What's up guys, Tevy here back again with another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy IX, and once again we are now in an intermission episode. So, what I'm doing right now is fighting the monster that we can now that we got access to Treno again. I'm going to use Zidane, and going into this fight you want to make sure you have on Jelly and Bird Killer or Beast Killer. So those are the three moves I definitely recommend. If not the other two, definitely Jelly. Since you're going to be fighting alone, you won't have anyone to automatically revive you from that in case you get it turned to stone. I would also put on Auto Potion as well, since you don't have anyone to heal you in this as well. So going into it, if you're as decently leveled as I am at this point, this fight's really going to be a piece of cake. So we're going to go ahead and fight with Zidane. And going into this fight, other than those, 3 to 4 skills, that's really all that you need for this fight. At around level 36, like I am right now, this is going to be 2 to 3 turns I think it takes for you to actually do. And once again, we are in another post-commentary video, since this is all done afterwards, once I've done everything else off screen for the last episode 45 at this point, I believe. Other things to note, he does use move Earthquake, so if you have an auto float ability, which I think you should be able to get at this point. I think I actually get it literally right after this fight's over. But yeah, otherwise this fight is not too hard, especially with Zidane, since he's one of the stronger characters here, along with Armand and Freya and Steiner, but we won't have Steiner at this point with us, so no need to include him in the list. But anyway, just like that, he's already finished. So yeah, not too bad, and I'm using my new weapon that I got, the Angel Bliss, which looks amazing. Wow, I can't believe it. Here's your prize, and we get a lot of gil for doing that. Anyway, another thing you want to do is also talk to this lady afterwards, and you can get some new weapons off screen. I forgot to buy what was it that she had? I believe it was something ice related. It was the coral sword, so I ended up buying that later on off screen as well. I believe that's something I need to have for Steiner as well, who's learn some other moves once he eventually rejoins us again. Anyway, moving forward, after we're done with that, we also want to check out the auction house, because now this is where I was thinking beforehand that I can get that move, that item that lets you summon Odin. Everything in here I literally gotten off here, because with how much money I have at the moment, I went through here several times and got it. So that's the dark matter. That's the one that we want the most. So this is, once you buy it or win it in the auction house, this will let you summon Odin when Dagger rejoins our team again. So that's why I want to make sure I got it. Got it for a decent price, so now that we have dark matter, now I have the ability to summon Odin once Dagger's with us again. Anyway, now that we are done with that, we are going to take a trip down to Kwan's dwelling, which I sent Vivi to afterwards, once we were done controlling him and he went to go visit his home. So as Zidane right now, I could have done this earlier as Dagger, but I did not know where I needed to go in particular to actually get down there. So what you actually want to do, that I literally figured out through trial and error, is over to where I am right now, you actually want to go back towards the door and head behind that giant pillar at the fine right angle, and once you do, then you're able to go down this rope, and from down here we can get 3 things that can happen. First, there's a treasure chest to the far right. Grab that and we get, I believe, an ether. Yep. And if you actually go and interact with the mist, it will fully heal your HP and MP, so if you want to grind around this area, that's where you'll go to heal yourself up at. And down here, directly beneath it, this is where you find the Scorpio Stiletto. So now that we have that, we have all the ones we're able to get at this point in time. So now what I want to do is go up to Vivi's house over here and get additional scene now that Vivi's here as well. Vivi, what are you doing here? It's a Dane. How did you find me? What are you doing in a dump like this? I used to live here. Really? You used to live near Treno? Yeah, with my grandpa. So how did you end up living with your grandfather? Well... hungry. Maybe it's attempting to fish mist from the sky and eat it. It is no possible to prove theory of nourishment with no eating. I get something. So you were... My grandpa, he fished me out of the sky. Maybe I fell off a cargo ship. I not know I catch something from this ocean. You no need be so afraid. Maybe I eat him, but he's still so small. My grandpa was very kind to me. He used to worry that I wasn't growing properly. I see. Let's go, Zidane. There's no reason to stay here. Right. Alright, and now that we came back here, Vivi's actually part of the party again. And now we don't really have anything else to do, so I actually want to head back down to Dali at this point in the story, because there's some things we can now do back here at the village now that we're in Disc 3. That being, if we actually go into the mayor's house now, he is finally out of here, so we can actually check this room. So, in order to get the mayor's key, we need to follow this order of events in order to do it. First, if we check the desk, the first thing you'll get from here is a mini Braun figure. And you just want to keep checking this location until the child starts having Z's where he is, and then once you do that, you want to move over to the ladder. And same thing again, keep on checking that same spot until you see the Z's again. So, he's still doing so you want to do it one more time. Alright, so now that he's deeply asleep, now we want to move on to the next one, which is going to be the heater. And when we check the heater, we get the mayor's key. At this point, you can just go ahead and quit, but if you want to keep checking everything else, you can. There's nothing else inside this room now that we have the mayor's key. So really, there's no reason to be here anymore. I just wanted to check everything just to be as thorough as I can at this point in the story. Anyway, now that we've got the mayor's key, if we come back into this room, the guy that Dagger was with, or who she was talking to at the point, wasn't here anymore. So we can actually go through this door over here, and once we do, we want to walk past this chocobo, and to the far right there's going to be a treasure chest with a lot of gil inside. After you do that, you just want to move back to the left and then actually come back over towards the chest and interact with it one more time. And we want to reach for what's underneath the treasure box, and it's going to be the last coffee that we need for Mord, which is going to be the Birdman coffee. So now that we have that, we have all three of the coffees that he's asked for, and we're able to do that now. Something else I also forgot to do, actually come back into this room, because if you also notice, the windmill has stopped moving in this area, so we are now able to grab the two treasure chests inside this area that we weren't able to get before. So the first one contains a kakushta, if that's how you pronounce it, and the other chest is going to contain an elixir, which those two things we would have made like a huge difference if we had it at the very beginning, though the elixir would have been a waste since we don't have the capacity to hold that much MP at that time. But now that we got all those things, there's nothing else left for us here in Dali Village, so this is probably going to be the last time I come here. And from here, I want to go on into the observation deck. The lookout tower, I'll call it, for here. Oh my. Those are the legendary coffee beans I've been looking for. Would you mind giving me those beans? Sure. Oh, thank you. I can't imagine the trouble you must have gone through to get them. Well, one was literally next door to you, but you could have got yourself. Oh, I'm so happy. I never imagined I'd get to drink all the rare coffees of the world. I've never felt so happy. I'm ready to join my dearly departed wife now. I'll send you the model of the airship. Alright, so now with that, I think you should be sending it to limited request group. But anyway, that is going to be it for today's video, guys. So thank you guys for watching this episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy IX. In the next one, we'll be back in Treno and continue on with the main story. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. So take care, everyone.